morning! It is Monday and this is not the start of another weekly reading vlog. This is just going to be a day vlog. Today is dubbed Blue Monday, which is a rather depressing sounding day unless you're talking about yo sushi when you get some cheap dishes on Blue Monday. But aside from that, apparently it's meant to be the most depressing day of the year. I think with the middle of winter, the fact that we're far away from payday and like have had to wait quite a while from our last payday because of Christmas bank holidays, just all of that congeals together to create today. So today I've decided we're not having Blue Monday. We're gonna have like Yellow Monday or Green Monday or Pink Monday. We're gonna have something way more positive than Blue Monday. And I'm not allowing myself to be in that Blue Monday slump. I mean, it's easier said than done and I cannot control my mental health. It's gonna feel the way it's gonna feel, but I'm gonna give myself the best possible chance to make today a good day, hopefully. So today I'm going to be doing a day vlog, just a positive day vlog to try and pick me up, because last week on Monday I had a really low day. In fact, a lot of last week I felt quite low and I felt quite lonely, but this week I don't want to feel like that. I want to keep myself as busy as possible. I want to do positive things that uplift me, and I'm going to bring you guys along with that today, that journey. So hopefully I stay positive and have a great day. I'm feeling quite good at the moment. I tried to set everything up last night so that when I woke up I kind of could have a more positive start. I got all my clothes ready so I didn't have to think about it and wasn't going to be late or anything. I just got everything ready that I possibly could and had myself in a good mindset to go to sleep and woke up feeling better for it. I don't know why it helps me to lay my clothes out for the next day, but obviously I would do that at school when I had the structure of getting ready for school, and actually to pick the night before just means that I don't get mad at myself for switching loads of outfits the next day. And even though I'm working from home, I still like to try and put some small effort into my outfits, which does help me. I don't do it every day. In fact, I probably do it more days. I probably don't do it more days than I do, which I would like to get better at. But today I made sure I did it by picking the outfit the day before, which is a simple thing that helps. But anyway, yes, today I'm going to be doing Patreon reading sprints. I'm also going to nip into town a little bit later. And of course I am working, so I'll take you along on that journey with me. Reading wise, I am reading You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus. I am this far through. I started this on Saturday. It is a thriller about 3 teens who skip school for the day and end up coming across one of their classmates dead, which sucks. That's not great. So they're trying to work out what happens and have taken it upon themselves. It's not great. I like Karen M. McManus for being pretty much the queen of YA thriller, but I think this one it's definitely got all those YA thriller elements to it, but it's also just a little bit ridiculous in the way that some of the things are happening. But I'm still enjoying it. I think that's kind of what I want from Karen M. McManus. I just want fun and enjoyment, and it does have that. And they're always very addictive reads, so it has all of those. It's ticking all those boxes. This is what I will be reading, and yes, on Patreon reading sprints I'm expecting to get quite a bit of this read because it's a very fast read. They always are, these YA thrillers, I find. So that's the plan. When we do head into town later, I'm going to be going to a music shop because I want to look at buying myself an electric keyboard, because I used to play and I do still have an electric keyboard piano thing, but it's back at my family home and Ava likes using it and I don't want to take it here because I know she enjoys it. So I would like to look at getting myself my own one. Nothing fancy, just something that I can have a little practice on and have less time staring at my phone sitting on my sofa, because that is one of the things that I'm noticing is getting me more low mood, because whilst it's something that I do essentially enjoy doing, sitting on my sofa and watching TV, it's become very mind numbing when it's all you do. And yes, I sit and read, or I'll do a puzzle. I've got a puzzle on the floor at the moment that I will probably do a little bit later today as well after work, but I just need more. So this is the intention behind today's trip, and hopefully a nice walk because it's sunny. So yeah, those are all the plans. Hi, hopefully you enjoy this daily vlog. Hopefully there is enough content to fill it out enough, but I just hope this gives you some sort of positivity, because I needed this last week and I'm gonna give it to you this week instead. Pretty much my standard lunch setup: baked beans on toast, YouTube video in the background. Work is hidden because that is confidential, but I will be working on this tab and having YouTube on in the background. I am currently watching Unpopular Bookish Opinions by Carrie Can Read. My bed sheets have just come out the wash. This is my most boring task. I find I hate putting my bed sheets on my bed once they've been washed, but oh, it's so nice and comfy and it smells great. So I always look forward to getting into bed after I've done freshly washed sheets. So later after my sprints, I'm gonna do some skincare, I might do a face mask. Then I'm gonna get into bed, I'm gonna read, and I cannot wait. I mean, it's currently 2, so I have quite a wait until I get there, but it's gonna be great. Okay, I'm gonna go into town and get myself a keyboard. I mean, I'm not gonna get it today. I'm gonna go into town and investigate into getting myself a keyboard. And then I'm gonna work from a cafe, because it's a change of scenery and it makes me feel good. And it's very, very sunny. Like, yeah, you can tell. It's very sunny. So I'm gonna take a nice walk into town and I will try and film whilst I'm out. Hello, I return from my trip out for the afternoon. It's quite some time later. I have eaten, I've watched a couple of episodes of The Big Bang Theory, and I'm ready to show you some of the books I bought because, of course, I bought some books. I just shouldn't be let into bookshops at this stage because I just keep buying more. But I'm okay with it, so it's okay. Like, I mean, I'm partially okay with it. I'm coming to terms. I'm entering into acceptance that I'm just never gonna stop. I've never put myself on a book buying ban because I just don't really think it's ever gonna be something I would stick to, because my approach to reading is I want to be surrounded by as many amazing stories as possible and as many different types of stories so that when I fancy X, Y or Z, I have the options. And I understand that that's what libraries would also do and bookshops would also do. I've always wanted to have books surrounding me and I have that, and it makes me very, very happy. So I don't know why I'm justifying my book buying. I bought some books. How many did I get? I got 6, but 4 of them were from the charity shop, so I feel like that was a little bit better. Okay, so I went into Oxfam bookshop and I got these 4 books. Didn't intend to necessarily buy anything, but I had a little mooch about, and these are all 4 books, like, individually that I'd heard of before, and for some reason I just never picked up before, and I thought now is the time. So the first 2 are 2 classics, and they're very tiny, which makes them less daunting to me. So hopefully these are classics I will get to soon, because I want to read more classics this year. So these are the 2 little tiny ones. We have 2 Ernest Hemingway books. We have The Old Man and the Sea and A Movable Feast. Now, The Old Man and the Sea is a book I've heard of before and had never really knew what it was about. I still don't fully know what it's about. I think it's literally about an old man on the sea with a young boy and a giant fish. It's very short and it should be one that I have no excuse not to read, so there's this one. Now, this one, I actually think this was very weirdly coincidental, as with another book I bought today. I was watching a Jack Edwards booktube video earlier today. I think it was on his second channel, Jack in the Books. If you don't watch Jack's videos, I would recommend checking them out because his videos are just brilliant. The way he talks about books, it makes me want to be like a better reader almost. There's so much stuff that he pulls out of books that it's just so interesting to watch, and it just always makes me want to read more as well. Do you ever have that with some booktubers where they just make you want to read more? I mean, that's pretty much every booktuber. Anyway, he's got a good booktube channel. And I was watching his latest video, and this book came up as the reason he moved to Paris, I think. I'm pretty sure it was this book because there was a quote in it that said, right at the front, "If you are lucky enough to have lived in Paris as a young man, then wherever you go for the rest of your life, it stays with you, for Paris is a movable feast." I wish that said a young man or woman. We'll just pretend it says that. But yes, I thought that with that kind of recommendation, this would be really interesting to pick up. I want to travel more, and I want to feel like I've seen more of the world's cultures and just as much as I possibly can, and I feel like this is probably going to spark more of an interest in that as well. But yes, 2 Ernest Hemingway books. I have not read anything before by Ernest Hemingway, so this will be interesting. Then I also picked up George Saunders' Lincoln in the Bardo. Now this is a book that I had seen about for a long time because I worked at WATERSTONES. What year did this come out? When this was like in hardback or something like that? Hang on. I worked in WATERSTONES in 2016, so I think it was around then. 2017, yeah, that would make sense. I quit March 2017, I think. So yes, I remember seeing this book in the bookshops, and it was not anything that I would consider reading, and I didn't pick it up. And this one, what did it win? The Man Booker Prize. Oh, it literally says 2017 on the front. Well done, Beth. This follows President Lincoln. It is set during the American Civil War, and his son has passed away, and this kind of, I think, taps into the supernatural realm. There are ghosts, and it follows him grieving his son. But the reason I actually ended up picking this one up is the format of it looks very interesting. They're essentially, it's broken down into quotes, it looks like. There's bigger sections, but then a lot of it is literally just a breakdown of quotes from different people, which I think I won't fully understand until I've started reading it, but this seems quite unique and interesting in format, so picked it up for that reason, and the story does definitely appeal to me more now. I am actually quite enjoying reading more historical fiction at the moment, so that's a win. My last charity shop purchase was The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abby Dare. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Again, I remember seeing this one in bookshops last year because this one came out in 2021, I believe. Yes, there's a sticker on the front that says 2021. And again, I just don't know why I didn't pick it up at the time. My reading tastes just change so quickly sometimes, and I think that just goes to show that your reading tastes are just constantly evolving. The more you read, the more you see what you do and don't like, and the more things that tap into your interests. Yeah, this sounds really, really interesting. This is following a main character who is 14. She is a third wife in a Nigerian village, and she is very much expected to just be quiet and not say anything. And she doesn't want to do that. She wants to go and get an education. So she goes from this village and embarks on a journey from her village to the wealthy enclaves of Lagos, a journey that will change her life. And I love this last line. And if you listen closely, possibly yours. I feel like that is very much tempting the reader, and it has successfully tempted me. So these are the 4 books that I bought from Oxfam, and then I went into WATERSTONES and bought a couple more because why not? So I bought Call Me By Your Name by Andre Aciman. This is a book that I have known about for a very long time, and again, I've just never picked it up in the past, and I don't know why, because this sounds really like right up my street in terms of visiting different cities and seeing different parts of the world. This is set both in the Italian Riviera and also Rome, I think. Yes, there are evenings in Rome. So within Italy, but just, I don't know why I haven't read this before. This is a film, this is a film cover. I'm not necessarily that thrilled that this is the film cover, but yes, there has been a film adaptation of this book. But I don't mind the cover too much, but yeah, I haven't watched the film yet, because every time I see it pop up, I'm like, no, I'll read the book first. So, what's this about? It's a romance, I know that much. It's a powerful romance between 17-year-old Elio and his father's house guest, Oliver. So I think that there's a bit of a I don't know if there's like a forbidden element to this, but I think it's very fleeting. Yes, it's 6 weeks, and the experiences mark them for a lifetime. From what the two discover on the Riviera and during a sultry evening in Rome is the one thing they both already fear they may never truly find again: total intimacy. One of the reviews says this is brave, acute, elated, naked, brutal, tender, humane, and beautiful. It's evocative, poetic, and deeply beautiful. It's extraordinary. It just sounds really interesting, and it sounds like a book that I should read. So I picked it up. I picked it up. Then finally I picked up Wahala by Nikki May. This is the WATERSTONES exclusive. I absolutely love this fuchsia pink against the cover colour. This is just absolutely striking and just sounds great as well. I think this is a contemporary with a kind of thrillery twist to it. I'm gonna again do my best job to summarise the blurb. Ronki, Simi and Boo are inseparable mixed race friends living in London. They have the gift of two cultures, Nigerian and English, though they don't all choose to see it that way. So it breaks down like the different friendships in the group and things, and then it says that a friend comes back into town that they've been entwined with in their past and kind of throws some stuff into the mix that might mix up their futures a little bit. There is some kind of crime that has happened, and the return of this character is kind of putting a bit of a spanner in the works and bringing things back to light. The bottom of the blurb says, this is explosive, hilarious and wildly entertaining. This razor-sharp tale of love, race and family will have you laughing, crying and gasping in horror. Fearlessly political about class, colorism and clothes, the spellbinding Wahala is for anyone who has ever cherished friendship in all its forms. So those end pages, also very pretty. Stunning book. The story sounds fantastic. I am so sorry that my job of summarising these books is just probably really poor, but I've said it before, if I read the full blurb, I just suddenly have such a trouble actually articulating what I've just read to you guys, so half the time it's easier for me to just read the blurb, but this is my attempt at summarising. Yes, this is my sixth book, so I got a fair few. I'm excited though. I'm really trying to branch out with what I'm reading. I'm trying to make sure I'm diversifying my reading as much as possible and just having lots of different books on my shelves, lots of different cultures, lots of different languages as well. I'm trying to read a lot more translated fiction. It's taking time to build that up, but I am getting there, which I'm very excited about. So I have now got 10 minutes until my Patreon live sprints start. Lauren is going to be joining me on these from Fiction Tea. She wanted to get some reading done, so I said she could join and help host. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to be reading You'll Be the Death of Me. I didn't read any of it today. I was going to read for a little bit after work when I was in the cafe, but I decided that I would buy more books instead of reading the one I already had, but here we are. I will update you with my thoughts later on that book. I kind of need it to give me a little bit more. At the moment it's fine, but as I said earlier, I think it just, the plot, I'm just like, really? But we'll see, we'll see. Also, for Christmas, my dad got me, among other things, a little candle snuffer that I had on my wish list, and I haven't used it yet because we just exchanged presents yesterday because we haven't been able to see each other, and I'm quite excited to use it just for the like excitement of being able to snuff a candle out with this little thing. So I'm gonna light a candle, I think, and I'm gonna use my candle snuffer when I have to unlight it. Unlight it? Snuff it. Snuff it out later. Snuff it. It's a weird word, snuff. The more I say it, the more it sounds less like a word. Anyway, I really hope you're enjoying this vlog and that it's bringing a bit of positivity to your day. I've enjoyed filming this vlog so far because it's making me feel more positive. I think I've had a way better day than I did last Monday, so that's a win. I'm gonna go put some comfy trousers on and I'm gonna read on sprints. Hi. If you ever want to join these sprints, by the way, I don't know if I've plugged it yet in this video, but I do have a Patreon. It's down below. There's sprints available to all tiers. So from Hobbiton upwards, it's £2.50 for Hobbiton, and then there's other tiers subsequent higher up from that one. But I do them like once a week at the moment, but like there's no set time. I just kind of do them when I can fit them into my schedule and let everyone know about a month in advance, and then add in more if I'm able to. So yeah, it's really good fun. I'm so nearly 100 patrons, which is very, very exciting. And yes, I'm gonna go now, but it's gonna be late, but comfy trousers, book, Patreon sprints. Hello, it is 3 hours or so, like actually way longer than that, like nearly 4 hours later. We were sprinting for ages. I think we did like 3 to 3.5 hours of sprints, and I read pretty much all of this. I have got 20 pages left. 20 pages! I feel like that's always the way that I always end a sprint, like right at the edge of a chapter or right at the edge of the book. There's a lot in this book that has seemed very silly to me and just very coincidental and a little ridiculous. However, it has given me one goosebump moment, which is how I always judge a YA thriller. It's given me that. It had moments of excitement and it has entertained me. It's just a bit ridiculous. I think it'll probably come out as a 3.5 stars, possibly, I think. I'm predicting what Corpal will do. I have 20 pages left. I am, instead of finishing those 20 pages, I'm gonna go wash my hair because I want that to dry naturally so it goes curly. So I'm gonna read whilst my hair dries. So yes, it's quite late, but because I did my bedding, I think I said earlier, when I have my fresh bed sheets, I love getting in when I'm all just showered and have done skincare and stuff. It just makes me feel good and it smells all lovely and beautiful and fabric conditionery, fabric softery, whatever it's called. And yeah, I need to wash my hair tonight anyway, so I'm gonna do all that now. Probably much more information than you needed, but that's my plan. So yes, let's say this came out as 3.5 stars. Definitely gonna finish it tonight, and I think I'm gonna move on to either one of the Ernest Hemingway books I bought today, because they are very short and I just kind of fancy one of them, or I'm going to move on to the Frederick Backman, which is the last book on my TBR, because a couple of my patrons were reading that on the sprints today and have said how brilliant it is, and they're just absolutely loving it, so kind of tempted to pick that one up. I mean, I am going to pick that one up anyway, but I don't want to read it too soon before the end of the month, because it's the last book on my TBR for January. I need to film Fictionary for February as well. It's so many good books at the moment that I want to read, so many. So that has been my Monday. I hope that this video has brought you some element of joy or enjoyment or positivity. I just wanted it to be a little bit of a break, because last week, as I said, I just struggled. I just did. Sometimes it just happens, and yeah, I just wanted to do something positive. I mean, hopefully the content I do generally hopefully has a positive element to it, but yeah, I just wanted to make a special dedicated reading vlog for the day, or just a vlog really for the day. It wasn't necessarily focused around reading, but there was book hauls, there was walks. It was a really nice day. I had a good day actually, despite obviously working in the middle of it all as well. I have been working today. I have been able to also do my own thing, which is, I feel like, the perfect balance. So yeah, working in a cafe definitely makes me feel good. I realised, actually, I never told you about the keyboard situation. Not that it was really a situation, but I went into town, which I think I did say, didn't I, that I was going to go into town to try and find a keyboard that I was going to buy myself with some money I was given very kindly for Christmas. So I wanted to get a keyboard for ages. I played a little when I was a child. I also played violin, ukulele and flute. My dad is a musician, so I feel it has kind of been passed down to me, and my mum is very good at just playing things by ear, which I've always been in awe of. Anyway, point being, I quite enjoy the piano. I wanted to play some Lord of the Rings things on it and things, just get back into it and give myself something that wasn't screen time. So I went down to the local music shop that we have, and they were actually closed and open only for appointments, which I didn't realise. But the guy that was in there, he kind of did give me a vague bit of advice, but he was quite, I don't know if he was busy or something, but he was pretty blunt about it. So I've looked at the one that he suggested, and I am going to go for this one. It's actually got two different colours. It's got a black or like a wood brown effect, and I think I'm going to go for the brown because it's a bit different. So that's what I'm going to get. Very excited. I'm going to order it tomorrow, I think. But yes, so that was kind of unsuccessful-ish, but also successful. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I really hope you've enjoyed it. My weekly vlog will still be coming next Monday as usual. It'll just not have Monday in it. But yes, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you have been reading today, or what's next on your TBR maybe. If you don't know what to comment, but you would like to add a comment, the little sun with the face in it emoji, I like that one. I've been using that one a lot today. You can also subscribe to see more of my face on your feed. It really does help as well, hitting the subscribe button or the little bell if you want to be notified of when I post. And my Patreon is linked down below as well. I feel like I'm moving about loads, like my hands are we're just lots of moving about. Feeling good. Gonna go shower. Thank you so much for watching. Keep smiling and stay positive.